Laura from Doggy U, and today we're going to talk real quick about why you should consider giving your service dog a fake name. Alright guys, so today we're going to be talking about giving your service dog a fake name. Now, if you work a service dog, you know that wherever you go out in public, people are looking at you, they definitely attract attention, and a lot of people will come up to you and they will ask you, the first thing they're gonna ask you is your dog's name, and then the next thing they're gonna do is then call that dog's name and say, oh, boo, 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 it's so nice to meet you, and talk to your dog. This isn't inherently a problem, but it can erode your dog's behavior over time and become a distraction for your dog. So what that means is if I go out in public and I constantly have people calling my dog's name that the dog doesn't know, they might start searching out like, oh, who's gonna talk to me today? Who's gonna talk to me? You know, everyone here seems to know my name. And it's going to make it so that they lose focus on the work. Because if someone calls my name in a crowd, you know that I'm gonna look and see who called it. It's just a natural response. So we really wanna protect that name. Now, if you don't have a really good name response, like if you don't say your dog's name and your dog snaps to attention and is like, what can I do for you? I'm gonna link a video I have up above here for you to check out so you can teach a really nice name response. But once you've taught that nice name response, you really wanna protect it and use it only for you and for training and when you really need your dog's attention. You don't want random strangers to be calling it. Like for instance, if I'm working a guide dog and Joe Schmo knows my dog's name and calls it while I'm, say, at the top of the stairs, yes, the dog should stop every time, but if it's distracted, it can be harder for it to focus. So we wanna make sure that we don't give out our dog's name in public. So, when I go to the grocery store and 600 people ask me what my dog's name is, I have two ways of responding. The first is educational. So if I have time and I can stop and talk to them about it, I'll say, oh, my dog's name is, and I'll say my dog's name and immediately say, but we try not to have people use our dog's names because we really need them for training and it can distract them for you to call the dog. Okay, so that's your educational component. Sometimes I just need to run into a grocery store and grab a couple things and leave and I don't have time for the educational part of it, and that's when I'm gonna use my fake name. So person comes up to you, they say, oh my goodness, what's your dog's name? And I say, oh, my dog's name is Doug. And my dog's name isn't Doug. And they go, oh, Doug, blah, blah, blah. But my dog's like, that's not a name I recognize. It's not something I'm trained for. And they ignore the person. And that's what we're looking for. So you want to pick a name that doesn't sound like your dog's name. So, you know, if my dog's name is Cool Whip, I can say, you know, my dog's name is Flower. They don't sound the same at all. We don't want them to sound similar because we don't want to confuse our dogs at all. Now, using a fake name is just a really easy way for you to just go about your business and not have to deal with educating every person that you come across. You know, do we want to do that educational component and tell people, please don't call my dog's name because they're working? Absolutely. And when I have time for it, I do. But sometimes you just don't have time for that. And it can become really distracting if your dog is, you know, at the park and everybody at the park knows your dog's name and they're calling them. We don't want that. I know, like, if I'm at work and someone calls my name over and over again, I'm gonna look at what's going on, right? And so is your dog. So this was just a really quick video. I just wanted to point out that if you're new to service dogs and service dog training, you know, if you're watching this as someone who doesn't use a service dog, you know, please try not to call other people's service dogs to you because it really can be a distraction for the handler and the dog team. And then if you have a service dog, consider using a fake name in certain circumstances where it's going to, you know, where you don't have time and it's going to benefit you. So if you have any questions about that, comment below. Make sure you like this video, give it that thumbs up, and subscribe to this channel for new content. You guys have an awesome day and happy training.
Thanks for watching and stay tuned for our next video. Subscribe now and never miss an episode.
Find right. Find it. Find right. Good boy. Find the stairs. Good boy. Find the stairs. Find it, bud. Good boy.